Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today is Monday, January the 29th, start of a new week, and we got a stacked schedule today. 12 games on today's card. And as usual, we're going to break every single game down, do some analysis, try to find an edge, and come up with some winning picks. About an hour before tip-off, best bet of the day, down as a pinned comment, also on my Twitter, at Pick'emNBABets. So before we get started, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and let's hop right into tonight's action, guys, since we've got a lot of work to do. Come up with some winning picks. Let's go. All right, in our first game of the night, we got the New York Knicks and Charlotte taking on the Hornets. The Knicks, red hot, 6-game winning streak. Coming off a big 16-point win at home against the Miami Heat. Bad news though out of that game. Julius Randle, the team's starting power forward, dislocated his shoulder. It's going to be out tonight, probably for the foreseeable future. New York is going to have some difficulties going forward. Charlotte, one win in their last 5, coming off a 12-point loss to the Utah Jazz. Like I talked about, guys, in previous videos, Charlotte is in tank mode. They traded away Terry Rozier, the GM. Mitch Kupchak has talked about how he's not done trading players away. So, Charlotte, guys, like I said, in tank mode. Don't expect too much out of them. Now, the line, guys, 8 points is fairly accurate. I couldn't come up with a bet on the side. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a play on the team total, the Charlotte team total, the under 107.5 points. If you look at New York's recent 6-game streak, they've been giving up very few points on defense. They've been playing some Tom Thibodeau classic basketball, defensive basketball. Miami put up 109, Denver 84, Brooklyn 103, Toronto 100. You guys get my drift. They're holding the opposition to low scoring tallies. And now with Julius Randle out, I think they're going to have to focus even more on the defensive end. They're going to have to win playing defense. Charlotte, guys, they did put up 122 against Utah, but that's Utah. In the previous games before that, they haven't really been putting the ball in the basket either. So I think this is a pretty good bet. I think this is the best bet that we can come up with in this game. Charlotte team total under 107.5 points. All right, up next we got the LA Clippers in Cleveland taking on the Cavs. Clippers red hot, 5-game winning streak. They're coming off a blowout win in Boston Garden against the Celtics, 115-96. Very impressive. What made it even more impressive, guys, it was the second night of a back-to-back. The night before, they also picked up a 20-point win in Toronto. Tonight, third game in 4 nights for the LA Clippers. We've got to keep that in mind. On the injury report, Ivica Zubac, starting center, still not expected to play. The Cleveland Cavs on an uptrend themselves, 4 wins in their last 5 games. Played a couple games in Milwaukee, dropped the first one. Picked up a win in the second one, 112-100. They are an uptrend, guys. Cleveland has been playing a very good basketball. Expected to get Evan Mobley back tonight. He's going to be on a minutes restriction from what I read, probably about 20 minutes or so. The team is playing well, though. Now, guys, like I said, the Clippers, 3 games in 4 nights. A veteran ball club, but not a good spot for LA. And like I talked about in previous videos, they have a little bit of trouble playing against some of the bigger teams in the league. Cleveland does have a lot of size. Jarrett Allen, now Evan Mobley back, one of the biggest front courts in the league. I don't think they're going to be getting too many points in the interior. So this is not really a good spot for the LA Clippers. That's why I'm going to take Cleveland here with the plus 2.5. I'm going to put just 1 star, though, behind this play. It is scary betting against the Clippers nowadays, but Cleveland, guys, no slouches themselves either. All right, up next, we got the New Orleans Pelicans in Boston taking on the Celtics. The Pelicans just 2 wins in their last 5, 2-game losing streak, a couple of blowout losses in their last 2 games against the Thunder and the last one against Milwaukee. New Orleans has not looked good in their last 2 games. The only good news for them, no new injuries. They should be at full strength. Boston, 3 wins in their last 5, coming off that big blowout loss to the Clippers like we just talked about a little earlier. The second loss of the year at home, 20-2 now overall. On the injury report, Kristaps Porzingis listed as questionable. He didn't play in that game against the Clippers. He's been very important, guys, to what the Celtics have been doing this year. He's averaging about 20 a game. He can hit the perimeter shot. He can play down on the blocks. On defense, he's got size. He boards. He does a lot of things that the Celtics need in order to be successful. We do got to check his stats. Line does kind of indicate to me that he probably will play. And I remember when he first injured his ankle, they said it was minor and that he would be back soon. I'm guessing tonight he's going to be in the lineup. On the rest of the injury report, we see Al Horford listed as questionable. The veteran big man, he does not play in back-to-back games. The Celtics have the Pacers tomorrow, first game of a back-to-back. Luke Cornett, big man off the bench. He's been playing some pretty significant minutes, not expected to play either. Now, guys, this line looks a little inflated. I had it at 7. It's at 8. I think New Orleans is going to get a lot of love in this game. This is kind of going to be a public fade for me. Boston, I'm going to take -8. I think the money is going to come in on New Orleans. Just 1 star though. Like I said, guys, it is a public fade. Plus, New Orleans, the last 2 guys, blowout losses to the Thunder and Milwaukee. They have not been playing well at all. Let's take Boston here to bounce back, minus the 8. Up next, we got the Utah Jazz in Brooklyn taking on the Nets. The Utah Jazz, 2 wins in their last 5. 2-game winning streak, though. Currently on an East Coast trip, beat up on the Washington Wizards and the Charlotte Hornets in their last 2. No new injuries for them. They should be at full strength. The Brooklyn Nets, 2 wins in their last 5 as well. Snapped the 3-game losing streak with a 2-point win against Houston. A game that they should have won a lot more comfortably, guys. They were by 25, 30 points. But Houston made a run and came all the way back. Threatened Brooklyn at the very end, but Brooklyn managed to hold them off, get a 2-point W. Brooklyn has been playing pretty good, guys, recently. They've just been having a little bit of trouble finishing games off. They finally finished a game off against Houston. That should help their confidence a bit in this game. They'll also be getting Ben Simmons back. I know Ben Simmons, he's been out for a couple months, but he's an important player, guys. He's got size. He plays defense. He likes to pass the ball. He's a good passer. He doesn't demand too much on the offensive end. Doesn't really look for a shot. He's content with just setting other players up and playing defense. There's always an important player for every team to have someone like that on their team. Now, guys, Brooklyn, like I said, they do have trouble finishing games off, but I think that last win against Houston should boost their confidence a bit. Utah overall on the road is not that great, just 9-17. I'm going to take a shot here with the Brooklyn Nets on the money line. Just 1 star, though. It is a risky play, guys. This can go either way. As you can see from the line, it's pretty much a pick 'em. At some books, I also see Utah favored by 1. Some others, Brooklyn favored by 1. It's pretty much a pick 'em. I'm going to take the Nets here on the money line. Up next, we got my Phoenix Suns in Miami taking on the Heat. 2-game losing streak, guys, for my Phoenix Suns. The injury bug has hit once again. Yusuf Nurkic did not play in last night's game against Orlando. Sprained his thumb, listed as questionable for tonight. Bradley Beal, who did break his nose, actually ended up playing last night against the Magic. He kept fidgeting with his mask, finally threw it away, but I think he only put up 9 points. Was not very effective overall. Second night of back-to-back for Phoenix, another negative for my Suns. Miami, 6-game losing streak on a big downtrend in urgency, guys. Big-time urgency for a W are the Miami Heat. 6-game losing streak have dropped to 7th, 24-22 on the year. The good news for them, they are at full strength, no new injuries. They're coming off a 16-point loss against the Knicks. Jimmy Butler had a big game, guys, 28 points. He's finally looking like he's starting to get some rhythm. The Miami Heat guys need a win, and they need it bad. This looks like a great bounce-back spot for Miami, but I can't lay the 4 guys for Miami, a team that's lost 6 straight. And I have a lot of trouble, guys, betting against my Phoenix Suns. But this is a bad spot for Phoenix once again. I'm not going to click for a side bet here, guys. It's too tough for me to handicap this game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take Jimmy Butler over 20.5 points. I'm going to look for him to continue what he did against the New York Knicks, 28 points. I think he's slowly starting to build a rhythm. I think he's going to have a big game tonight. Let's take him over the 20.5 points. All right, up next we got the LA Lakers in Houston taking on the Rockets. The Lakers, 3 wins in their last 5 games, 2-game winning streak coming off that very impressive, very entertaining 1-point win against the Warriors. 2 overtimes in that game. LeBron had a big triple-double. That game had a bit of everything, guys. Very entertaining game to watch. The LA Lakers came out on top. LeBron, triple-double, played fantastic. Anthony Davis, guys, kind of injured himself. He got hit up around the groin area, was limping around. He did finish the game off, though, but he didn't look 100%. Currently on the injury report, he's listed as questionable with an Achilles strain. I didn't see his Achilles being hurt, but that's the reasoning as of now. We do got to check his status going forward. LeBron is listed as questionable, but I expect him to play. The Houston Rockets, 2 wins in their last 5. They're coming off a long road trip. They did not really play well on that road trip. Their only win, a big blowout win against the Hornets. Came close, like I mentioned earlier, against Brooklyn. Came back from a 25-point deficit, 30-point deficit. Only dropped that game by 2. First game back from a trip. Not really a great spot for Houston, guys, but they are one of the top teams in the league at home, 16-8 on the year. The LA Lakers, front end of a back-to-back. They're going to be in Atlanta tomorrow. Tough, guys. Tough scheduling for LA. Usually, guys, I don't like to bet on a team on first game back from a trip, but Houston, guys, I'm going to make an exception here. I'm going to take him here with the +1, and I'm going to put 2 stars behind this play. I'd probably add maybe another star if it wasn't the first game back from a trip. Anthony Davis, I don't know if he's going to be at 100%, guys. Tough scheduling for the Lakers. Now, guys, during the live, I think you could probably get a better number. For those of you that do live betting, Houston might come out a little rusty to start at the game, but I think as the game progresses, they will pick it up. I think they are going to get the W in this game. I'm going to take him here with the +1. Up next, we got the Sacramento Kings in Memphis taking on the Grizzlies. Sacramento Kings, 3-game winning streak, coming off a nice W in Dallas in their last game. No new injuries, coming to this game on an uptrend and with momentum. Memphis, 3 wins in their last 5 games. Actually got a 3-game winning streak snapped last night in Indiana, 6-point loss. We're competitive once again, guys. Despite the team being decimated with injuries, they have been competitive, been looking pretty good, covering a lot of spreads. Now, guys, second night of back-to-back for Memphis. As we see here, they're 8-point dogs. Against a run-and-gun team, guys, Sacramento on the second night of back-to-back. They played against Indiana, another team that likes to play up-tempo. This is a bad spot for Memphis, guys. I'm going to take Sacramento here at -8. I'm just going to put 1 star, though, behind this play. Memphis, like I said, has been covering a lot of spreads. A little unpredictable lately, but I think Sacramento, guys, could run away with this game. And even if you look, last time these two teams played, they played on December the 31st, just about a couple months ago. In Memphis, once again, Sacramento blew them out 123-92. I think John Morant was even playing in that game. So Sacramento does play well in Memphis. Let's take him here with the -8. In our next game, with the Minnesota Timberwolves in Oklahoma City taking on the Thunder. The Timberwolves just 2 wins their last 5. They're coming off a really bad loss in their last one to the San Antonio Spurs by a point. On the injury report, we see Mike Conley, the veteran point guard, listed as questionable. Very important, guys, for Minnesota. Do got to check his status, see if he plays or not. The OKC Thunder got a winning streak snapped last night in Detroit, guys. It totally looked like they were looking ahead to tonight's game, even in the fourth quarter. Usually, I know the rotations for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he usually sits the first 6 minutes of 5-6 minutes of the fourth quarter. He didn't play whatsoever, even though they were still in range to make a run. Coach decided to hold him out, keep him fresh for tonight's game. It shows the importance of tonight's matchup for the Thunder, who are currently tied in first place with the Timberwolves. They're both at 32-14. Whoever wins this game is going to get a 1-game lead up on the other. So this is a very important game for both of these teams. OKC, though, is on a second night of back-to-back with travel. The negative part for the Thunder in this game. They're 2.5-point favorites. To be honest, guys, I know Minnesota has been downtrending. This is also a revenge spot. They've dropped 2 games this year to the Thunder already. I think the rest will be important in this game. I'm going to take Minnesota here with the +2.5. 1 star, though, as of now. I do want to see if Mike Conley plays or not. If he plays, this will probably become a 2-star play. If he doesn't, guys, I still like the Timberwolves, just not as much, though. It is tough betting against the Thunder, especially at home, where they are rock solid, guys, 17-5. But I think Minnesota is the right side in this game. Up next, we got the Washington Wizards in San Antonio taking on the Spurs. The Wizards just 1 win in their last 5, coming off a pretty good win, guys, in Detroit, 14-point win. Considering Detroit has been on a bit of an uptrend lately, for their standards, that is. Washington, very bad on the road, just 5-19, 8-37 on the year. Got a pretty nice W, the Washington Wizards. San Antonio Spurs, 3 wins in their last 5. They're actually on a 2-game winning streak, guys. Beat the Portland Trailblazers handily by 16 in their last one. Got a really nice win against the Minnesota Timberwolves by a point. Tonight, they are 4-point favorites. Spurs 10-36 on the year. No new injuries to report. They've been playing pretty decent, guys, the last few. You can call this an uptrend for the Spurs. Now, guys, when a couple of teams get together like this, 10-36 San Antonio, 8-37 Washington. I like to have the points in my back pocket. I'm going to take Washington here with the +4. Just 1 star, though. I'm not going to be betting on this game, guys. This is a game for degenerates, and I don't consider myself a degenerate. But if I were, I would take Washington here plus the points. Up next, we got the Orlando Magic and Dallas taking on the Mavs. The Orlando Magic, guys, second night of back-to-back. They're just coming off a really impressive win at home against the Phoenix Suns. Overall, guys, though, they have been struggling. Just 2 wins in their last 5 games. Second night of back-to-back with travel, like I said. On the injury report, Markelle Fultz listed as questionable. They usually hold him out on back-to-backs. Do got to check his status. The Dallas Mavs, 1 win in their last 5. They are downtrending after Luka put 73 points on the Hawks and they won. They came back home, guys, second night back-to-back. Dropped that game by 5 to the Kings. Played pretty well, guys, considering the bad scheduling for Dallas. They have had a day off in between that game. Tonight's going to be the third game in 4 nights for Dallas, who is expected to play without Kyrie Irving once again. He's got a sprained thumb. We also see some other players on the injury report here. Dante Exum, Derrick Jones Jr., Dwight Powell. All three of those listed as questionable. We do got to check their status. Now, guys, in this ball game, tough scheduling for both teams, guys. Dallas, 3 games in 4 nights. Orlando, second night of back-to-back with travel. Orlando, guys, though, they do have a lot of young players. I don't think fatigue will be too much of an issue here. And I kind of like what I saw from them in the fourth quarter of last night's game against Phoenix. I think they can carry on the momentum here, make this game very competitive. Why not even win straight up, guys? Like I said, 3 games in 4 nights for Dallas. Not good at all. I'm going to take Orlando here, plus the 4, and I'm going to put 2 stars behind this play. Up next, we got the Milwaukee Bucks in Denver taking on the Nuggets. The Bucks 4 wins in their last 5, coming off a very impressive win against the Pelicans. The last one, 141-117. No new injuries. Plus, they're going to be getting Doc Rivers, his debut tonight as the head coach for Milwaukee. I don't think he's going to be changing too many things up. Probably he's not going to change anything up, guys, tonight. I don't think they've had any practice time together. So Milwaukee, what we've seen so far is pretty much I think we're going to get. We might even have some excitement, guys. New coach, new era. I think the Bucks might be up for this game. Denver, 4 wins in their last 5. First game back from a road trip was tough against an extremely shorthanded Philly team. They ended up winning that game by 6. But Nikola Jokic even talked about this, guys, in his on-court interview at the end of the game. He said straight up that first game back from a road trip is never easy for us players, and it proved once again that it was not easy. They only won that game by 6. Philly was playing without Embiid, Maxey, Harris, and still Denver only won by a short 6 points. Tonight they're favored by 4. I had it at 4.5. Personally, guys, I'm going to take a shot with Milwaukee here in this game. I know it's tough betting against the Nuggets, guys, at home, where they are a powerhouse, 18-4. But I think that extra excitement, guys, that the Milwaukee will have with the new coach on the bench, Doc Rivers, a veteran coach, I think Milwaukee will be up for this game. If they don't win, guys, straight up, I think it'll be a competitive. It might go down to the wire. I'll take Milwaukee here plus the points. Even though, guys, it is risky betting against Denver, that is for sure. And in our last game of the night, we got the Philadelphia 76ers in Portland taking on the Blazers. Guys, I can't come up with a prediction on this game. Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, 3 of the top players for Philly listed as questionable at the moment. Don't know if they're going to play. This is a second night of a back-to-back for Portland. They're coming off an 8-point loss against Chicago, but guys, over here, question marks, no prediction in this game. If when I find out who's going to be in or out, and if I see something interesting, I'll post it down as a pinned comment. But as of now, guys, no prediction in this game. Your guess is as good as mine. And this is what I got for you guys today on this Monday, January the 29th. Out of these 12 games, guys, the 2 games that I'm looking at have really caught my interest are the Orlando Magic on the road. I'm also looking at the Houston Rockets at home. Those are the 2 games that I've separated from the 12 games. Also, a little money line parlay for those of you that like to play parlays. I think New York and Sacramento, both those teams should win their games as well. But as always, guys, my final card, I will post an hour before tip-off down as a pinned comment. Also, my Twitter, at Pick'emNBABets. Remember, guys, these are my picks. This is what I'm going with. Doesn't mean that you have to tail me blindly. Some of you might even visit my channel just to fade me. That's all cool. It doesn't matter. Everybody, guys, at the end of the day, should make up their own mind and follow their gut, place their own bets according to what they think is right or wrong. Personally, I'm telling you guys what I like. From there on, you guys are free to do whatever you like. And guys, on that note, I am going to end the video right here. I'm going to wish you all good luck on your plays. For those of you, like I said, are interested, check back an hour before tip-off for my final plays. Good luck on your plays, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. Later.